here's how you manage your lab collections. So under Assets and Compliance in SCCM, we'll want to break it out and go into Device Collections. For this example, we'll work with USM under UMS Labs. And you'll see that this is a campus that has a lot of labs. At 828, I think they have the largest fleet in the system. Not that it's a competition. In fact, we're seeing fewer and fewer lab machines out there every day. But let's say they want us to actually start a new lab. Let's say that they did an addition to the Glickman library and put an 8th floor on it. Not a very likely scenario, but let's have some fun with it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a device collection in the USM folder. We're going to name it, and this is important for consistency primarily. But we're going to call it Glickman 8th floor. If anybody sees this, they're going to wonder what I'm doing. So the limiting collection would be the very biggest collection, that is PCs. Workstations is a collection that's driven by Active Directory OUs, which we don't need to get into. But lab PCs is a collection for each campus that's driven by the name-based queries. So what's a name-based query? Well, every machine, let's go ahead and create our collection here. And I'm just going to go with the defaults. Yep, I know. Awesome. So what's a name-based query? Let's look at Glickman 3rd floor for an example. I'll close this out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just pilfer all of the settings for Glickman 3rd floor so that the new 8th floor collection is set up correctly. We see that we're limited by USM lab PCs, which is correct. We see we have collection variables where USM does their software by payload and not by lab. These really aren't that necessary. So you can actually, if you're at USM, you can just ignore those completely. If you're at UMF or another campus where software payload is by lab, this is where you would want to put UMF-lab label. So just for example, if this were at Farmington, we would want to do UMF lab would be the collection variable, and the value would probably be something like Glick 3rd or 8th, like that. Okay, so it's the membership rules that we're really in here to pilfer. If we look at this, and this, don't be overwhelmed by this because we don't have to understand it. All we have to do is change one word in here. We're going to show the query language. Okay, so this is like a database query for anybody who's familiar with that, but it is any machine that is named USM-lib3rd, or in our case, lib8th. So we're going to copy this, back out, and we're going to go over to our new collection. Go to Properties, and we're going to create a new membership rule. It's a query rule. I'm going to call it USM lib 8th. We're going to edit that query statement. If this looks familiar, it's what we just did. We're going to drill down to that plain text raw query. We're going to paste that from the 3rd floor collection, and we're going to name this 8th. And just like that, any machine that you add to SCCM that's named USM-lib8th and then the machine number, 01 through however many machines there are, would automatically appear in this lab and automatically get applied to it any deployments that we have, whether that's software or configurations, and it would have the task sequence available to it, Lab Automator 2.0. So that's how we add collections, and deleting collections is really as simple as right-clicking and deleting. And make sure that you don't delete members, like the machines that are in that collection, unless that's what you actually want to do. If you do accidentally delete the machines out of SCCM, don't worry, all you really have to do is turn them on and leave them on, and they will add themselves right back again. So just another one of those wonderful self-healing qualities of this system. So that's how you manage your lab collections. If you have any further questions, feel free to send a ticket into EUT, asking for advice, asking for clarification, or find the EUT chat room and ask us there. Somebody should be available to help demystify any part of this that's still kind of unclear. I know this was kind of a fast clip to go at, but we also don't want long videos. So have a good one.